We're live.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Are you sure we're live?
Uh-huh.
Jesus, guys, causing so much commotion. Yeah, that's gonna be great echoing on the audio there.
Whatever, bro.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh yeah, we're talking about Lauryn Hill and how she fucked up her amazing music career by being what was it?
Just a massive wastesuit, like, you know, like as a
Massive wastesuit.
as a performer, she doesn't really take her craft serious, and
Was she off that crack?
I don't know if she was on drugs, bro. To be honest with you, that happens to a lot of artists. I don't want to sit there and be like, yeah, like Lauren was on drugs. I really don't know, but yeah, she
So her big song was That Thing.
She had Everything Is Everything. She's also part of the Fugees. So she did what the fuck is that shit called again?
Is she alive?
Oh yeah, she's alive. Yeah.
What's she doing right now?
She'll do her songs here and there. She'll perform them, and people will just be like, "Yeah, great."
No original.
They'll show up to her show, and she'll be like 45 minutes late every time.
But she had one good album, only one album, and it went diamond, and
yeah, but it's just like,
and she just kind of made her money, and
I wouldn't even say she made her money. Like I don't think Lauryn Hill wrote her shit or all of her shit. I'm not sure. I think Wyclef wrote some of it.
You know who also had one sick album, and maybe two at most, but I think it was only one, then kind of just fell off the face of the earth?
Chingy.
No, maybe Chingy, but...
I love Chingy's first album.
The band Boston, you know that band? They had one good album.
More than a feeling!
Yeah. And it was a great album. It was a great album, though.
What are you, Boston?
If you listen back, but they only had one album, and then it was just like...
But it doesn't make a difference to me if you, like...
They're the Lauryn Hill of classic rock bands.
No, but if you can make a classic album, then no one can tell you shit, bro. People don't even make half-decent albums, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to go make a fucking, like, a mixtape, and, like, let's say I make the mixtape, and it's, like, a 10 out of 10 for Toronto rap. Where does that put me on a world stand? That might even put me out of a 4 out of 10.
What's a 10 out of 10 on Toronto's terms?
Honestly, like, this is for me, it's tough because I don't listen to a lot of Toronto artists' entire tapes.
Pressa's recent project, I would give it in terms of quality.
I only like Attachments. See, that's my
well, he only had like 5 songs on it, really.
Yeah,
it's
but
like
that's my problem. They're not usually big. They're usually small projects. They're usually like 5 to 10 songs max. But there's never more than 2 songs that I'm like, yeah, I really fuck with these. That's just my issue with Toronto rap is I just can't like listen to a whole project.
Yeah, on your mixtape, that's where you're gonna drop the Mayo and Chicken freestyle where I get the feature, eh?
No.
You gotta do the freestyle. Just throw it on a beat.
No. No.
Yeah.
No.
Wait till I.
No, we could definitely do like some shit. Like I don't give a fuck. Like you know what I mean? Like it's still like music to me, but like I'm not gonna put it on my mixtape. Like like when I'm dropping tapes or trying to do shit like that, like.
No.
I actually have a vision for my music.
I mean, a big thing. It's because I'm white, guys.
No, it's because like, if I'm making a project and I'm like sitting there like, what kind of songs am I gonna use and like, what's the vibe of the album? Like, I'm trying to have a sound for the album. I don't feel like if we were to make a song, it would necessarily fit the sound I'm trying to make.
Well, that's why you just make songs, then you pick the songs after, right?
You wanna know what it is, Kevin? Because you've never made a serious song. And that's what it is. Like, it isn't like it's
that
not even
you've heard.
Well, yeah, well, I've heard that you actually put out. Like, I'm sure you've probably done it, but. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's just like, regardless of what I'm gonna rap about, whether I rap about, like, you know what I mean, street shit, or I'm talking about, like, a relationship, or I'm just talking about, like, random, like, just, like, bars and shit, it's gonna be shit that's, like, serious. Like I said, like, most of your songs are, like, more like joke rap. You're, like, the Weird Al Yankovic of Durham.
Weird Al Yankovic of Durham. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I love Weird Al. Weird Al's one of my favorites. Yeah, I love Weird Al.
I used to love Weird Al.
But just because he does, like, parody-style music, you know what I mean? It's kind of like... I don't want to say like Eminem because Eminem's more vulgar, but like Eminem's kind of like he does like you know like Kill You and like real Slim Shady like the fuck around rap like, but he's killing that shit, so no one can say shit to Eminem.
I'm more like a Lonely Island.
Yes.
I
just had sex,
which I'm not proud of, but you brand what you brand.
Honestly, bro, like I feel like I don't think that you're like a terrible artist. I feel like if you want to rap about things that matter,
yeah, legit shit, I could. 100%.
You could, and like the thing about it is like there's a market for that because there is no white guy really doing that. That's like at least like somewhat young. Like PJ's old, like Classified's done. Like this could be your era.
Well, I was telling you, I was telling DB I was working on a song about a school shooter, Diary of a School Shooter, which would be a serious song, obviously.
I mean, because you're talking from the school shooter's perspective, but we have songs like that already. There's Stole by Kelly Rowland, and we have Youth of the Nation by P.O.D.
What is Youth of the Nation about?
We are, Youth of the Nation. You don't know that song?
No.
Damn, that's crazy. Well, they're kind of like, they're like rock rap-ish, but
I'd have to hear it.
The song is about, it's about a school shooter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, It's the perspective of kids that were in the class when the shooting happened, and the perspective of the actual shooter. And the song, I think, was made in response to Columbine.
True. See, okay, so I was gonna do a somewhat school shooting vibe, like that's what I was writing for. But I almost was tempted recently, because I had still in the process of writing it, to maybe do, instead of school shooter, lean towards the incel. The perspective of an incel. Because that's something that hasn't been done, and then like it's something that's kind of hit locally in terms of like we haven't had real school stabbings, but school shootings aren't more. They've happened in Canada, but in terms of GTA, that we've been, statistically speaking, more deaths are due to incels than school shooters locally.
No.
Well, you have the incel one attack. I'm saying locally.
We had that one bus attack in Toronto.
When's the last school shooting we have locally?
And I don't blame.
Not
every,
that I'm complaining.
Every domestic
By any means.
or issue where a guy kills a girl on some incel shit. Like, incel is a specific brand of man. Like you hate women, you think women owe you sex, like, you know what I mean? Like,
do you think that's what it is? I thought it's just that, like,
that is what it is.
They have no game.
No, you think that because that's what fucking dumb bitches on Twitter say when like some guy makes an opinion that they don't like. They're like, oh, you're an incel, like you hate women. Like, no, brother, like that's not what it means. Like, an incel is very specific and a very, very specific type of man. Like, they literally believe women owe them a service. Like, they have no purpose than to be here and to get fucked. And because you are a man, you deserve pussy. That's how they believe. Like, me as a man, I never believe something like that. Like, I believe you have to earn the pussy. Whether you fucking get it by paying for it or you're finessing or you're lying, whatever it is, you have to earn the pussy. You don't just deserve it. You don't deserve anything in this life. The lucky thing you get in this life is to breathe. That's it. You don't even deserve the food you get to eat. Like, you just get lucky and have people that care about you as a kid and take care of you. But you don't deserve anything. So I don't believe in that type of mentality.
You know what I find funny? It's like what no pussy does to a motherfucker. And then it's like, I was like, you could write a thesis, title it, What No Pussy Does to a Motherfucker.
You know what it comes down to, bro, honestly, is it comes down to, like, your mentality and shit. Like, for me, it's like, I've been single for, like, a while now. I've only been fucking, like...
Borderline incel right here.
Yeah, but I'm fucking only, like, one chick. It's like...
Hates woman.
I could go out and fuck so many other girls, but, like, I just don't have the energy, nor do I care to. Like, I've talked to a couple girls, entertained a couple girls, yeah, but, like... I don't have the energy to really like go after any girls because it just doesn't matter to me. And if I were to stop talking to the girl I'm talking to now, it still wouldn't matter to me because it's just like my focus on life right now is not about girls. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's about that rap game right now.
Nothing about the rap game. It's just more so about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, making sure that like I'm able to like be a part of pushing boundaries and going to the next level with my friends. Like, you know what I mean? Just in general. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of us we're creative. So like if I can use my platform in music to push my other platforms like this podcast or like, you know what I mean, my boy's gold jewel business or
my sock business.
Yeah, your fucking stupid socks. Like,
Shut up, Francois Benjamin. We launching soon.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll do some dumb shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like you know, I don't know. Like I said, my
when's the last time G Hood released music? That's for everyone that doesn't know. Winston, the Ajax veteran's rap name is G Hood, right?
It was. I'm gonna go by like veteran this time or Vetty.
Everyone knows you as Hood though.
People do know me as Hood, but like that's my street name. I don't want like my street name to be attached to my.
So
rap
you're gonna go Vetty?
Yeah.
Or Jax Veteran?
I could go by Jax Veteran too.
And then it's like,
but I'm not trying to play the fact that I'm from Ajax.
Because that's Bucks' territory. I get it.
No, because and people will say shit like that. I'll just be like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, that's the whole thing about it. Like, when all this shit comes to like, you know what I mean, like things ever like going somewhere and it's like people are like, you know, doing interviews and shit and they ask me shit like this, like anyone that's from Ajax that's actually like, out here, like I have no like, let's actually fuck with you, I have like no love for you, fam. People ask me about you, I'll tell you what I know. I'm not gonna say how to air out your business, but I'm gonna be like, yo, I don't fuck with that guy. Like I don't rate what he's doing when he's getting his paper. I don't give a shit. But that's not my end.
Oh, you mean like other rappers and shit? You might call out. Isn't that gonna end up?
I don't have
that way?
I only have
might
one.
End up dead that way.
There's only one rapper in Ajax, and I couldn't even end up dead because.
Whoa, two.
Whatever.
Yo, who? Dog, I got bars. Just wait. This year, big year.
I never say you don't have bars. You have fucking more. Well, actually, you don't have more songs than me out.
No, I only put out 7 songs last year, and they're
I have
all
like
last
probably
year.
like I have maybe like 8 songs on iMusic and Apple Music.
Yeah, I put 7 songs out during a pandemic.
I'm actually on a mixtape on Apple Music, but I'm not credited to it because the person that put it up doesn't like me anymore.
Is it even good?
Certain men are upset with man for helping them when they were getting crushed. But hey,
have you picked your beat on this new track you're doing yet?
We have a bunch of beats. I actually got beats from my boy.
Did you get some drill ones?
No, he didn't. He doesn't have any drill ones.
You gotta do drill beat though.
I do want to hit up a drill beat though.
I feel like that's the wave right now.
But I don't even
Especially
like.
if you got the Lambo, it just makes sense.
No, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something Lambo related. But like, I really want like my actual MO really is just make a song about the jewelry business. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's my real MO because I feel like if that gets good enough spin, then it's gonna add. It's just gonna bring so much traction to the business, and that's really the goal because like that's the one feasible business that we have going as of right now. Like the music isn't even really a business right now. We're just trying to invest in doing something.
So
For fun,
can I
mind you.
at least get the cameo in the video? Just background cameo?
Nah.
What if I get the cornrows? Is it cornrows? Rose? Cornrows?
Yeah,
Rose?
Rose.
Not rolls? Rose?
Cornrows, yeah.
Yeah, fucking let me be background. Just be
Um,
chilling in the background.
Like I said,
What's even the video? What's the video
down
concept?
to like
What's this video
that's what I'm saying.
concept?
Look,
Anyways?
me, my boy Honcho Swerver, shout out. We're gonna go to the studio. Fucking DV's gonna come with us, and it's literally we're gonna build a lot of the idea there,
Oh, I see.
So we'll make a couple
based
songs.
off the track.
based off like you know I like my plan is to at least get 2 songs done. To be honest, and I think we can do that easily.
That's easy.
Because I think
I've done
one
2 songs in
song-
one sitting.
Yeah.
I don't even rap that hard.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're somewhat creative and have somewhat bars already prepped too, like it's so quick. It's just a matter of matching the beats.
And no, for me, it's just like I feed off I feed off the energy. Like it's easier for me to be in the studio with people and create than it is for me by myself and want to create on my own. So if I'm in the studio and like we're smoking blunts and we're drinking and shit and like you know what I mean, man's rapping, I'm like all right, sick, and I'll be on it. Like
So for
I can
me,
go.
I've always usually been. It's just what happens, like in terms of a smaller, like me and the audio engineer or 1 or 2 other people kind of thing, and always done it. But I've performed my best in like live situations with crowds. Like when I was on Wildin' Out and when they were in Scarborough, I didn't have any rap. I wasn't even rapping at the time. I used to rap in high school kind of thing. Yeah, I have the video. I rap battled them.
Yeah, I see
Justina.
that.
But it was like I used to rap in high school fucking around as Papa Cherry was my rap name. And I didn't rap for years, and I was just starting stand-up a couple years ago. And all these rappers that were on stage with us, local guys, weren't battling. It was just the 2 hosts. And they were trying to draw me in, and the one white girl called me out, like, yo, white boy, you ain't got no bars. So I just instinctually went to my elementary school rap battles in the recess days, threw out like 1 one-liner or 2 one-liners, and it was funny, but it was just about bars. And there's 400 people watching, they go nuts. And everyone else was cracking under pressure. But for me, I've always been that personality where like I almost do better when there's a bit of like something on the table. Like when we recorded that comedy thing, like I had this like fuck, like I got 1 attempt to do this half decent kind of thing, and I feel like I performed better
Be rabbit.
because of that.
I don't know. Like I said, like some people thrive off that shit. Like for me, it's like once I have the comfortability of music being a thing, like it's not really that, you know what I mean? Like I could do shows and shit. But my like I said, my main goal is
Does anyone do shows around here locally? Think about
goal is
it.
to
When's
really
the last time
just-
you seen a Toronto rapper have a local
We
show?
can't really do shows right now. Well, most
No,
of them
before that, I
but
mean,
they have
even.
politics and shit. And that's the difference, right? For me, it's gonna be like because I'm not making music, I don't have politics. I'm just a grown ass man that decided to rap one day. Like you know what I mean? It's a little bit different. I'm not gonna be rapping about dead ops and all type of shit. Like no one's gonna want to kill
Shout
me
out to
because
the
I'm a
ops.
rapper. Like you know what I mean? It's just
All y'all niggas putting your dead friends on your chains. Back of your chain.
fucking 6ix9ine, bro.
Dog, just don't
Snitch.
just don't be doing some dumb shit like creating unnecessary beefs that don't need to be had.
That's
and
what I'm saying, I
make
don't
yourself
have
a
it.
target.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't have any, so it's not a thing like that.
So you think top 5? Do you think top 5 is out here snitching?
I don't know. Like it seems crazy, like all the shit that's happened since he got knocked, but it could honestly be coincidence. But the internet is saying.
What
that
did he get
shit,
knocked
I don't
for
really
even
think it
again?
happens. I think like some drugs and conspiracy on a murder or conspiracy after the fact.
Free top 5, he didn't do nothing.
For sure.
Yo,
For
okay.
the guys.
Yeah, like, well, I don't know if he did anything. I don't even know the guy, but
Listen, I don't know if we did anything, and I don't care if he actually did. I don't, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to see anybody in jail for anything. And like for me, it's like my perspective on things is like, yo, we have countries that go to war, but they tell you you can't fight over, you know what I mean, territory. And like, yeah, it's fucked up. Innocent people get hurt all the time, but that's what happens over there too. And we turn a blind eye to it. The only reason we care is because it's like gun violence in your city. But at the end of the day, it's like you understand, like these are individuals who have family members and friends who have been murdered by the other side. You can't expect people to just say stop the gun violence.
well, true.
Because those people literally will be dying in vain if it doesn't end.
True Daddy just passed more stricter gun laws that will for sure stop the gun violence happening locally. Because that's totally happening with illegal gun owners.
Like I can never own a firearm legally, but like I say this all the
dumb.
time. Like if you're a legal firearm owner, like you have to stand up against these laws. They make no sense. Like do you think these laws affect criminals? They don't.
They benefit them if anything.
They don't benefit criminals at all because the thing that's lucky about Canada is that we don't have the nitty gritty like bum that will come in your house and rob you at gunpoint because gun access is not something that a bum can have. You can't be poor and get a gun.
Yeah. Well,
guns are expensive. No, you can't. Like if you're a legitimate firearm owner, yes, you can have a gun. It's not that expensive. It's like $1,000.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get a gun illegally, but if you're trying to get a gun illegally, it's gonna cost you anywhere from $2,500 to $4,000 for a handgun. So depending on who you ask.
Do those guns usually have bodies on them? Those illegal ones?
That's who's to say.
Or is it just kind of like because I would assume those are just getting recycled about.
In my personal belief, if you are the type of man to lay people down, then you shouldn't even have the same hammer. You should always get rid of it. Not to say sell it, but I would destroy it. What the fuck? It's evidence. Why would you want to sell a gun that you used? And that's just me. I know plenty of people that have done it. I know a man that's in jail right now for doing it. But the whole thing about it is like, why would you do it? Like, you really need the money that bad? That gun has been involved in a crime.
Or just don't murder at all.
Once again, you don't
murder, man.
You understand the priorities of that. You don't like once again, you don't live that lifestyle.
I don't live that life, but like, you can always change your life around, guys. You don't need to murder. You don't need to fucking get in the shits.
I mean, you could say that. Like, you have guys like Pressa that were like involved directly in that shit, but now they're off somewhere else. But in the end of the day, he still has to represent where he comes from. So say where he comes from and still hold down the politics from his ends. Like, that just is what it is. So even though he's so far removed from it and living in fucking Hollywood, he's still deeply entrenched in that neighborhood. He can never turn back his ties and just say like, yeah, like, I'm out of the hood now. So all those guys that were ops, like, we're cool now. Like, no, that will never happen. And they wouldn't do it either.
So Drake was smart to always stay out of the politics kind of thing in the city, or has he been involved?
The thing about Drake is that Drake couldn't be involved in the politics because he's not from anywhere.
He's a Degrassi man.
No, it's because he's not from anywhere. He's not from an ends.
He's from Degrassi. To claim him. That's the ends he's from. That's where everyone knows him from. Originally, it's that guy from Degrassi.
But that's the whole thing. Like, yeah, okay, Drake could have.
Which means he hung out with theater kids.
Drake could have been fucking, like living at his boy's crib in like G-Way or some shit. Like, yeah, okay. But
this guy was hanging out with theater kids in Degrassi, making bang, probably fucking
was
some
on the block?
Pussy.
Not to say like was Drake involved in criminal activities, but like
this guy got shut up.
Was Drake ever actually on the block with the man?
He was in a wheelchair, dog. I seen it on. I seen it.
Was he at the
idiot?
Was he at the patty store?
This guy got shot and he was in a wheelchair for a bit.
Yeah, the stupid fucking show, bro. I'm talking about real life, bro.
Dog, that is real life. That was a documentary.
It's not a documentary, you clown.
That was a story about Drake's come up.
But that's the whole thing about it is that like Drake literally like he's just a guy from Toronto, like anybody else that became a rapper. Like, you know what I mean? And he has street respect and the street behind him in Toronto, but that doesn't mean that that's how he came up. He might have been friends with those guys and known those guys through music, but it doesn't mean that that's like where he was and what he was spending his days doing.
Yeah, he's kind of like what Jim Carrey is to the Toronto comedy scene. Like, he's from Toronto, I'm pretty sure, but like he never like he's around. He lives in Hollywood kind of thing. He's just like a title. He's just like he's the guy from Toronto.
Drake's out here. Like I said, it's not like Drake hasn't planted his roots out here.
Jim Carrey's from Toronto, right? No, Russell Peters, Brampton.
I think so.
I'm just saying, like, in the aspect of claiming it ends, like, he doesn't have to get involved in a politics because he's not from somewhere.
You think
like, if Drake was like actually from a certain ends, then you probably hear him addressing those things in his music.
Which Toronto account is pushing these politics more out of all of these main 6 accounts? Which one did you say pushes the polys the most?
Keep 6 Solid.
I would go through Bye Bye too as the first one they would come to my head.
Keep 6 Solid.
He loves or he or she or they or that whoever runs it seems to love the fuckery a bit.
It's either he or she, bro. I'm not doing this
the human that runs the account. He probably enjoys the fuckery a bit. He seems to
for sure.
Because like someone's like other ones don't seem to. Do they all post politics? Like straight out of the 6, do they even post politics much?
I mean, 6 Plus kind of does because of the artists that they choose to promote and choose to put. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, so they pick sides that way by who they choose to drive traffic to.
I mean, did 6 Plus not post...
They love top 5.
Did 6 Plus not post the top 5 in YG song?
Yeah, I remember they posted...
His brains on Snapchat. You guys put that on the... You guys put that on the biggest platform in Toronto.
Well, think about it. On the biggest platform,
Open
Toronto.
politics.
But think about this.
A song about a man mocking Smoke Dogg's death.
Well, think about this. Even crazier, on a next level.
Do they push the polys?
On that same platform.
You think they push the polys a
but
little
on
bit?
that same platform, they have a white woman rapping, saying the N-word.
Debbie shit. That's what I'm saying.
And saying, fuck Lil TJ. But, like,
Buzz,
think about it.
6 Buzz, people didn't realize 6 Buzz is World Star, bro.
Yeah, they love it.
It's our World Star.
It's entertaining,
it's
though.
like 6 Buzz didn't, it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's
when
so
6 Buzz
entertaining.
first started, it was like, you know what I mean? Like, they took it a little bit more serious. But now it's like, they literally just post.
They love it.
It's clickbait.
Can you
all they
bring
do, they
it
try
to
to get
business,
shit
though?
to make you. Well, yeah, I'm saying you can't be mad at them. The reason why people are mad
making their money.
is because they feel like it's a flagship of Toronto, and they're like, you're making Toronto look bad. That's why people don't like it, because they're posting Toronto shit, and 6 Buzz has like guys like Academics going on it, and now Toronto rap is getting more acclaim in the rest of the world because Academics is streaming with these Toronto rappers, and their politics are going like live and shit, and it's just like, I don't know, it's a whole bunch of weird energy, bro.
The politics in Academics is sketch because I thought Academics was always an industry plug, and I don't even know the game that hard. But
Well, he's fucking because he is
an industry. What is it called? An industry.
It's because he breaks news and shit. It's because he's cool with certain rappers that puts him in that position. So what it comes down to.
What did he do originally?
He was just a fucking streamer at first.
No, he was from Complex with Joe Budden. That's when he really blew up, right?
Yeah, but before he was just a streamer. He's a streamer on Twitch.
And then they fired Joe Budden. And then Joe Budden went off on his own thing. Which kind of was a benefit for Joe.
Now Joe's on Patron and shit. I'm not paying for that though, or Patreon.
Patron.
He's on Patron. He's fucked up, boy. He's drinking too much.
That would be a funny skit though. Like, you know, like when Joe Budden moved to Patreon, just like some hood guys. Like, oh, he moved to Patron, man.
Yeah, I ain't paying for that shit. It's $60 a bottle. No, but real shit, like, I'm not paying for that because I don't watch anything else on that platform. So for me to pay just to watch the Joe Budden podcast, and it's long as fuck. Like I've said, we shoot a podcast, and I feel like shooting a podcast, you shouldn't be talking for more than an hour. Like people's attention span, listen to motherfuckers talk, I don't feel is that long because I watch podcasts, and Joe shit's like 2.5 hours long, and I find myself watching one episode over a week.
Yeah,
well, and you're giving me 2-3 episodes of that long content. Like that's like 9 hours of my life watching a podcast. I've not even listened to music or other podcasts or other things. I have to 9 hours of my week to give to you, and I have to pay for it. Come on. Fuck off.
Yeah.
That's my idea behind the long podcast. That's why I think that how we do things, like, yeah, we could shoot a fucking 20-30 minute one. But
I like the idea of just that there's no restriction. You just make it whatever you want it to be.
Of course,
and
yes.
then it's just a natural flow and whatever it is.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we always cut shit off. We've never done like an hour 15 or an hour and a half. We've never pushed that boundary.
Yeah, we have. We've done an hour and like 20 something.
When?
Crazy Latina.
Okay, a guest.
That's what I mean. When you have
that's what I'm saying.
Someone,
but when we have guests, an hour and a half, hour 45 is fine. When we have a guest, but when it's just us shooting the shit, like, bro, like, really?
Yeah, as much.
You want us to talk for 2 fucking hours?
Which we could, but you're.
I'm sure we could. We definitely could, but why?
If you're on drugs, it's a lot easier. Like, if we took shrooms, you could probably just rant for like 3 fucking hours.
Yeah. I'm telling you now, I could easily sit here and rant for 2 hours. We could easily make, if we want to do this podcast and do fucking 2 episodes a fucking week at 2.5 hours an episode, we could do it. I promise you.
Well, the thing is
no hesitation.
If we're making money, like we had the traffic and we're getting YouTube money, and we at that point where it's like, yeah, let's up this to 2 week because you're making revenue off of the more you make, right? The more videos you make, hypothetically, I think. So if we were once a week, we build a big platform, we're actually making legit YouTube money, and then it's like, all right, let's maybe run 3 episodes.
That was my whole idea behind it in the first place. Like, if we ever build it to the point where we have that kind of platform, it's like, yeah, we shoot the 1 pod a week. We know we're gonna do a pod a week. We try to do a guest at least once a month, and we're also just filling the in between, which is like skits and bullshit. Mm-hmm. And that's how we would, drive the paper up. But to me, it's just like the main focus at this point kind of is the podcast. So we need to get the podcast off the ground more. And I think it's doing pretty well. Like I've never thought that we weren't getting enough views. Well, we're still not getting the views that we need.
Yeah, you're not what we want, but that's always what these things are. It's like a patience game. You ride it out, then all of a sudden you hit a point where things all of a sudden take off.
It is, bro? It just takes that one cutout that you do.
It's like a one clip.
Well, someone's gonna just see it and be like, "This is like hilarious."
Or it goes viral on TikTok like crazy.
Yeah, some random shit like that. That's what we'll do.
So that's why I'm gonna try to push more just edits like that, and like I kind of want to throw out on my stories and be like, hey, if there's anyone that, because remember some guy wanted to almost help us out and volunteer. I wanted to throw it out. They wanted to help out, but no, someone knows
that was the thing.
No, but
what do they want to do?
If someone wants to help out and make edits or something and shit like that.
Oh,
If
like
it's
shit
like
for real,
that.
for real,
But
man.
if there's shit like that, people have skill sets. Like there's
I'm
stuff
just
we
asking,
can
like, what
use.
the fuck are they gonna
Intern,
do?
dog.
Like, yeah, like
Exactly.
intern, like, when like
That's
we
why
don't have
we- that's
we
why
don't
we
really have a
didn't make it back.
space.
Well, that we also just started the part. We're still at talk show then. But now, if it's like if there's someone that wanted to like, we send them the footage and they out of it they can make like edits and different shit like that. There's always skill sets. If you have something you can offer, like let me know. Is what I'm saying. Not CringeKev. DM me.
I think the one thing we could maybe use is like a voice thing. One of those voice boxes where you just press
More
it.
guests. Guests are gonna get us.
Like, you see how like Joe Budden has like, the air horns and shit. Like I'm not saying that we need the air horns, but I'm saying that we need like you know what I mean, something like that maybe.
Maybe I'll ask my girl
Sound
Debbie to
effect
link
shit?
up.
Yeah, some sound effect shit.
I'll ask my girl Debbie to link up. I just have to try to hope she doesn't drop the N-bomb.
Who?
Debbie.
Debbie.
She would come. If I linked to text her right now, she'd be like, yeah, when? Because remember we were supposed to do a skit with her?
Listen, bro, like I said, bro, like I don't give a fuck, like you know what I'm saying, like we'll shoot a fucking podcast with Debbie, but like she can't ever think that I'm gonna like she's like
dropping no N-bomb.
yeah, like there was a time and a place where like I didn't care about what
Well, you
people
don't
say.
want
the
her to,
N-word.
and any white person in general. It's not good.
Well, it's just you don't benefit anything from it. Like, why would you want to say a word that could potentially make someone
Yes.
uncomfortable?
Well, she's.
For what?
I don't think she's comprehending it
good
that way.
for
it.
She's Somali for all we know. But I could. Yeah, we should get some more local people out in here. What about the guy that you're making the song with? Why don't you? Is he kind of that would? Go on. Does he make legit rap? Like in terms of like a lot of music? Is he released?
He's starting to release more music, but like yeah, we could. He said he was down to come on the podcast. He already said
Yeah,
he's
so
down,
let's
I
fucking
talked
just
to
start
him about
getting more. If we know people out here, we just fucking start bringing them on.
that. That's what I think. I'm all about putting like local talents on and shit. Like that's like important to me because it's all about growth, right?
Your mic.
What?
Pull it up.
Yeah.
Pull it up.
Pull up your mic, stupid.
Yeah, you moved it down. Yeah,
Sorry. Better?
It's because I'm perfect with a mic because I'm loud.
yeah, he's an idiot.
I'm pretty dumb at most things I do, but I try my best.
Yeah.
Yo, you think anyone would do a virtual comedy show, like pay tickets if I got legit artists?
No.
Like legit artists?
No.
No. Like decent enough artists?
Virtual.
The only thing that I pay for views
Not
is
comedy,
like,
I want
fighting.
music. Like artists, like if you had artists like Crazy Latina Bucks, you have people with decent followings, you offer like $5 a ticket. If you get enough of those kind of
Virtual?
artists. That's the thing, because you
I
can't do
don't,
legit.
I don't know their fan base. And this whole thing about me, because like, okay, I don't listen.
I would love to do a legit
like
music
Bucks
show.
is like he's not a real artist. He probably has like 1 or 2 songs. He's not like
That one
Bucks
song
be
went
hard.
hard.
and no one's really downloaded
Bucks
his
in the
shit.
cut.
Yo,
Right?
Still owes my homie paper.
But like Crazy Latina, like Crazy Latina puts out so much shit and so much content that I feel like she must have a decent following. People that actually listen to her shit because, like I said, like
Did you like her new track that just came out, Baditude?
I think that she is so talented, bro. I just don't like her music. It's just not for me.
Well, she
I think she's
dances,
mad
sings,
talented.
raps.
Yeah,
she's
bro. She's
versatile,
mad
she's a bit
talented.
funny,
She has mad
personality.
like attitude. Like she works the camera. Like she's a star. I just don't like the music. I don't listen to like reggaeton style rap or like, you know what I mean. But like she has the voice, everything. She's a total package. I think she's a great artist. It's just I don't listen to her shit.
Did you
know
listen
what
to
I
her
mean?
new song, Baditude, and check it out?
That's why I don't like her shit. I just don't like it.
Did
Like,
you listen to it?
I listen to like some of her like
It's
her
fair.
TikToks and shit where she does like she hops on someone's beat and raps and I'm like yo listen to it. I'm like she's bodying this but I don't know what she's saying and it's just not resonating with me. I just don't like
It's not your John. You're not in her demographic.
if I'm gonna listen to someone's do music in another language, I want you to sing. I don't like rap in other languages.
Her or Chromaz?
I listen to French hip hop
As an
and
artist.
They sing.
Her
and I
or
like
Chromaz?
it.
Her as an artist.
That's a stupid question.
That's a dumb question.
That's a dumb question.
I know. It's
As far as like skill, it's disrespectful. That's a 10 out of 1. As far as marketability goes, they're about even, but Chroma's a little bit more marketable because she's younger
And OnlyFans.
thoughtier.
OnlyFans gives her a big following, probably.
You know, like Crazy Latina is like she's sexy, but it's like grown sexy. It's not like really like as like like
They're both sexy.
yeah, they're both sexy. They're both like you know what I mean, like yeah,
I would, yeah, like
both baddies, but
I think Chromaz is gonna come out with a banger,
no,
and it's gonna be so random,
no.
and like it's just gonna be like
No.
annoying, but
See,
somehow catchy.
This is my dream.
And it's gonna hit.
My dream for Chromas is that she finds like some Toronto rapper that can actually rap, and he just
Bugs, fam.
Oh, shut up. And actually writes for her.
Is Bugs not that good? I don't listen to
But
him.
Bugs isn't bad. He definitely can rap. But
He has a song with Drake coming out, doesn't he?
no, he had a song with Drake, and then they canceled the song because he dissed Drake back in the day. It's called The Commission. It's him and Smiley on it. It's nasty. It's nasty. Like
It's a good track.
yes, it's gross. he just dropped the ball by having a Drake diss back in the day.
Jeez.
Yo, I would do.
Drake's petty. Unless he's not gonna still bless you. Tell you go suck your dukes.
At what point do you would you feel like you had to do a diss track on someone? Like, at what point, do they have to harm you where you're like, I gotta musically come at this moment?
I did one.
Movie,
Yeah, I did one long time
I
ago.
did one in Juvie.
Did it go hard?
Oh, it's hella hard.
What was it called?
I went on the Curtis beat.
Oh.
And what was the song
Yeah,
called?
some bastard deleted my fucking, bro. Oh, man.
Tell the story.
This fucking African nigga, dog. Fucking Adieri. Remember that nigga? Were you
I already told you didn't like him. I have a song with Adieri. It's on YouTube, nigga. Occupation. Run up those views.
So this guy just
Nigga, what's
wanted
your
to.
occupation? Money's my motivation.
He dissed the
I
guy.
forgot about that. That shit went hard still.
That song's hard now.
So why'd you diss this guy?
I listened to that shit. I'm like, yo, it's actually a good rap song.
I went on a beat that he went on, Jay-Z, Million. 1 million? Million.
Dun-dun.
Yeah.
Dun. A million. Yeah.
I went on, and he had gone on just before I did, and bro, okay, I went second, but I bodied him still. I have to say, I bodied the man on the beat scene. But then, we used the same equipment. We all use the same equipment.
Okay.
So he just
He's
saved
in the
over
class,
on your
He
file?
was in the class. Yeah, I mean, he saved something over mine, but he was in the class ahead of mine. And I know damn well he knew it was there. So then I jumped on the Curtis beat because he was on it as well. And then, bro, oh man, yeah, I'll try and find it for the man still.
What's this guy doing now?
I don't know.
Is the beef squashed
Listen,
now?
funny enough,
I have no idea.
when I was in Lindsay, there's a nigga there from Ottawa. I don't even give him a shout out.
Yeah.
This nigga just always talk shit. But he knew Adieri. Adieri actually was I think like his sister or his cousin's baby daddy or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says he's a fucking drunk.
A lot.
Yeah, he just drinks a lot.
Too bad.
Gets money out there, but he's a drunk. Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah, he was getting money back then.
Hopefully
Yeah, but
he's-
I love him. Yeah, bro, he was. That's what I'm saying. He was moving work long before I even thought about moving work.
Bro.
This nigga was doing his thing them times
them
and YO, so
Yeah.
he was on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's a good nigga though.
Yeah, good you. Good
Yeah,
you.
he's a good nigga.
Bastard,
But
though.
a bastard. Yeah, he deleted your tape and stuff. I'd be
no
pissed.
way. Yo,
So
when I
you-
find
Pissed.
that
All you
shit,
had was music.
And then and I was with Dope is on that track too. Fucking Honcho.
Yo, listen, don't had that one track with Gavin. That is a slap. Rich, you remember that shit?
Oh, I wanted with them. Yeah, I wanted. One was Staley one. Yeah. no.
Oh man, it's so funny.
Holy shit.
I would say rest in peace, but he's a rat.
Yeah,
so.
he turned out.
I never turned out being a rat,
You can't
so,
say rest in peace.
you know,
Oh,
it is what it is.
terrible.
I'll say rest in peace for him on behalf of all of the rats. I'm a rat too.
Seriously?
Alright, well, I'm not in the game, so I'm a civilian.
Well, so yeah, you're civilian, so you're not really a rat.
But like I would.
But that's what he was in the game, and he was informal, so.
Yeah, you can-
Yeah,
Yo, so is this
yeah,
beef
man,
squashed
double
with
beef
whoever? I
on
don't
the
even remember the name of the guy.
Not a real beef, dog.
It was not a beef, yeah, just like a, you know what I mean, just like a ha ha ha,
It's
whatever.
good, it's my
bullshit.
friend still.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man, fuck, bro. Have a couple tracks still. A couple tracks out there.
Dog, I'm
And I have
excited,
beats too out there.
I'm
So.
excited to hear what your shit, how good your shit ends up being.
Yeah,
Are you gonna go hard on the auto tune?
I'm thinking I might do one still. I think that's what I'm gonna
A little
go with more
auto-tune
so.
melody
I
vibe?
think the auto tune thing, but like with better
Very
substance.
slight, man. It's
No, 'cause, like, yo, like-
too heavy.
For me, I listen to guys like Northside Benji and Houdini who are actually very good lyricists.
Yeah, Northside Benji is good still.
Yeah, and they use the auto tune. So to me, it's like you can still balance having a flow and use the auto tune thing, and still give people good music. You don't have to just be like one of those like mumble rappers in a sense. So I think that's something that's different with Toronto because I found a lot of Toronto artists like some of them do obviously do mumble rap, but there's a lot of guys that actually will give you bars. So
AKA CringeKev.
AKA fuck no.
I'm gonna drop this drill track I got dropping is gonna go hard.
Very well, I'd love to hear you drop a serious song so I can actually sit there and be like, all right, where does this rank amongst like Toronto rap that I've heard? I'd love to hear it.
Well, I wouldn't be.
I don't think so.
I don't compare. Don't even go in the same genre as Toronto rap. I think you'd have to compare me more to like.
No, it is Toronto rap 'cause this is where we're from. Like it's the GTA.
Ajax, yeah, but like there's lots of musicians that are from the area that aren't in the scene. Like think about all the bands that are probably from Toronto and shit that aren't getting shoutouts from these local accounts because it's only the rap scene and that these accounts are part of the promoting of this rap scene.
Well, there's
like a whole artist.
There are definitely accounts that promote the rock scene. We just don't fuck with them. That's all it is.
That's what I mean. I mean in the
There's
scene
nothing to do
we're
with
in.
that.
The scene
At the end of the
we're
day,
in,
like
that's it.
rock doesn't sell like rap. Rock hasn't sold like rap forever. Rap is the number one industry music. Period.
Well,
rap and pop and then EDM. Rock is dead.
Unless you
Rock
have
has been dead.
unless you have some like sick alt band maybe, and that's the only thing that kind
That's
of.
what I'm saying. The
has
only
a way
rock
in.
that's popping right now is like an alternative alternative rock.
Yeah,
But
and it's still like
in
a
our
genre.
youth, you had your
certain
nickel
niche.
bands, your Billy Talents, your fucking Sum 41s. You don't even
Country-
have those bands anymore. You have the
Country.
fucking
Country's big. They got their whole wave going on.
country's always country steady.
But that's a local thing.
That's
that
what I'm saying.
There's
rock,
probably enough
rock
local
has
guys.
lost. It's like all you have is you're waiting for the old bands to drop something new.
All right, think about this.
Like, who are the new good rock bands?
Out of all-
Name them
Out of-
in any genre.
No, but how about this? Out of all the musicians we know from Ajax, who's the biggest currently? Bobby Martin from James Barker Band.
Yeah.
Like realistic, and he plays bass for a country band.
Yeah.
But he's literally like killing it. But
He's killing it.
he's not someone that is going to get attention on like a 6 account. But realistically, there's people like that are just around. That are just like in their genre. Just
I talk to Bobby all the time, bro. I'm telling you right now, like Bobby's always because he got plays out in Nashville and shit now. But like, I'm telling you right now, if I ever like what's I'm saying, if I ever take this music shit serious, but I'll shoot a video with fucking Bobby. That's the one you could be in because I'll have white people in it.
Yeah, shut up, Bobby.
I'll do a song like that. We'll do a song that's like literally about like white friends, white people come together.
Yeah, that's where I can get the feature.
That's where you get your feature. Yeah, interracial friendship song.
CringeKev. That's gonna be my little tag. I always do it.
That's your
At the beginning
thing.
of a song, you know how every artist has like a little thing they say?
No, I'm gonna have to have like a growl or something. 'Cause everyone has like a thing, or I'll just steal like Pusha T's thing.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne's is the ultimate.
Lighter flick.
Yeah, Wheezy. He's
Yeah,
sick.
lighter flick, yeah. I don't know. I don't like.
Yo, you see Texas is a bunch of pussies, can't handle a fucking little drizzle of snow in Texas. Yeah, they had like 2
let's
inches
actually talk about
max.
things that happen in the world. But yeah, fuck, bro. It's all I've heard is like their infrastructure isn't built for it. But I still don't understand like how does water go through your roof in your home?
Yeah, I was
Is it-
like watching this. What the
Are
fuck is
roofs
going
made
on?
of something different there? I don't understand.
No, what happened is people don't understand when it freezes, you have to turn off your pipes.
Oh, the pipes burst.
Yeah, so people just have their pipes running and they're bursting, and people don't understand turn off your water. I don't think like, that's one of those situations where you should shut your water off. But yeah, people's pipes are bursting because they just don't know how to react. But realistically here, if all of our water weren't going to heat water all of a sudden, a lot of people here would also probably not know to turn the water off. Even I might even forget. It's one of
Wish
those
I forgot
things.
this year to do it. But like,
Well, no.
winter.
For us, we're good because it's built for the winter. We're good, like the way we have it hooked up. It's all it's like that's what we have water heaters for, right?
yeah,
So we're good. But it's like if all the power shuts down, your water heater's not gonna be like working and all that.
Yeah, so then you gotta have to shut up.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, no, a lot of them are fucked. That's like, you know what I'm saying?
If it's
I seen
below
the car covered completely in ice and shit. I was like, wow, what an unfortunate accident. Like, the entire
real
parking lot
shit.
is empty, and the one spot where you parked,
Yes.
the pipe burst
Oh,
and
man.
fucked your shit up.
Unless there's a reason, maybe something was saving her for her life that day. If she hit the road, she would have been dead.
Divine intervention.
Yeah, one of those situations. They're like, yo, how are we gonna stop this car? We gotta burst this pipe right on here. She's gonna die. Yeah. Yo, you seen that? What's that fucking anti-masker guy's name? That white dude. He's pretty much
Chris
red.
Sky?
The red dude, Chris Sky.
Yeah, he's a redneck.
Yeah, he's literally his skin's red. Show the
He's
Redskins.
pretty racist.
Well, the guy that went to the fucking
Through the airport, and he went through with no mask and refused a test and got through because they just give you a ticket. Apparently, you can refuse it, and he said none of the tickets have been processed. They've all been dropped so far.
No one has gotten.
And this guy just no mask, no test at the Pearson airport, and got through because he had this videotaping, talking to these cops. Did you see the video?
Yeah, it's but that's what I'm saying. That's what it is. And the whole thing about it is like people need to understand that if
They can say no to a lot more than I think.
they can say no to those things, and that if people are saying no to it, then why are you saying yes? Like that's the whole thing. Like, why I've said it a million times. Why do you guys just believe the news and the government when they tell you things? Like, look at history. The government has never been on your side. Never. You should always have half faith at best in the government. Literally, look at history. Look at it. Like, not even more than 70 years ago did a guy convince all of Germany to be like, yeah, fuck the Jews, and go on a murdering spree and take over most of Europe. That wasn't even most of your grandparents were alive for this. What are you talking about? Like,
I have family that died in Poland.
Do not believe in the fucking government. Do not trust the government. You never know what the government can fucking do. There's nothing that they're doing is in your public interest. It is always in their interest. It is always in their monetary interest. Everything is a business. There's a reason why suicide is illegal. Because you're taking money out of the government's pocket. Every person that is alive, listen, this is how...
Is it? Suicide's
Your birth
legal?
certificate is money. It's how the government makes money. Once it's done and you die, the government's not making money off you anymore.
No.
That's why it's illegal to kill yourself.
One big payment off of your taxes on your what's it called? Your will. Like when your will gets passed down, I'm pretty sure there's taxes on that. You know what I mean when you do that. So there's one last money grab they get out of you.
Even if you fucking stack up $1 million for your family, the government's gonna be like, yeah, well, we're gonna run 40% of that.
Run 40%.
That's what I'm talking about. Like
the mafia.
So all the time, if you are making money for your family and you're trying to like say something, you know your time is coming, take the money out of the account, hide it somewhere, let them know, hey, the money is here, and tell them not to disclose it.
But that being said, the good thing about government.
Listen, bro. Once again, never report your full income to the government. If you can slide any dollar you can past them, you do it. You don't owe these motherfuckers anything. Eglinton Road hasn't been fixed in fucking 40 years, brother.
40
What are we talking about?
years.
They can't get a road fixed. They can't get a fucking vaccine right. They can't tell you whether to wear a mask or whether not to wear a mask. They tell you wear 2 masks. They told us 2 masks was bad in the first place. Now 2 masks is a better solution? Like, what the fuck, man?
Sure.
The best solution is to go ice fishing, guys.
The best solution is just be safe. Don't be as Canadian, because you know we like to talk to random people in our conversations. Just fucking be safe. Stay to your regular friend groups. If you trust your friends and know your friends well enough, hope that they are not asymptomatic. And if they show any symptoms, I'll be like, listen, I'm sick. Guys, stay away from me. Because that's how it's been with my friend group. We just keep it a buck. Because no one wants to get each other sick, but we're not going to sit here living in fucking fear.
No, we're
This is
asymptomatic
ridiculous.
gang. I already know that. We're
Absolutely
the asymptomatic
ridiculous.
gang.
I don't think I'm asymptomatic. I
We
think I'll
already
just...
had it. We're out here.
Maybe I did.
We're built different. Yo, you know what I realized though? Did not turn on the background light of the sign. I'm an idiot.
Waste, man.
Now people are gonna watch this podcast and be like, look at this shitty ass podcast with no background sign lighting.
Yeah, you fucked up.
God.
I needed the yellow top light, but they can't even resonate with that.
God damn it. How much time we still have? You still have a bit of time? Because I wanted to touch upon the Raptors. Who doubted them when we started 2-8?
Yeah, we got 5 minutes.
And now we're taking off.
Raptors are doing really well.
Love to see it. We beat Philly. We beat Brooklyn. We beat
Bucks
fucking
twice.
Bucks twice. Philly, we might go twice tomorrow even.
This is my whole thing. I'm not like high strung on like yeah, things are just changing overnight. We're not automatically like contenders.
But the fact
but
people
we're
wrote us
not
off.
we're not as shit as we thought we were.
Yeah.
And I wrote us off too. I said this is a development year. I didn't think we're gonna go get over 500 at any point. I thought this was gonna be a bad year, to be honest with
And
you.
now the boys are buzzing.
Yeah, we're not doing bad. Like I honestly thought this was gonna be a development year. We lost 2 big pieces in the paint, and I didn't think Boucher was gonna step up in the way that he has. Like to me, Boucher's a fucking star. Like this whole we paid Pascal a lot. Like mind you, Pascal does his fucking job.
Yeah, Pascal defensively is worth
Pascal.
it.
Pascal's
worth it.
He's playing fucking defense. He's getting
Putting up 20 plus a
points
night,
a game.
easy rebounding.
He's passing the ball. He's getting boards. He's not a terrible player. He may not be a superstar.
He's putting up heavy minutes and defending heavy minutes.
He may not be a superstar, but he's doing a damn good job playing. So the Pascal signer wasn't needed, but Boucher is like, I'm looking at this team and I'm like, is Boucher our scorer? Like I know Van Fleet's our scorer. I know Kyle will bail us out.
He's got that KD length on
but
the jump shot.
I'm like, because like Boucher really is just a spot up shooter. He comes off a pop and pick,
but he's big enough to go under and get boards too.
And he can go to the net, but he's not that great. He's still awkward in those things. But
he's like that Kevin Durant build where if he can get a consistent jump shot, it's hard to defend someone 7 foot.
But his jump shot's pretty fucking consistent. Like I don't know what percentage he's shooting that 3 at, but I fucking like it.
But I mean, if he can keep it maintained,
like I saw him hit 4 or 5 threes last night. You're 7 foot, sir. Anytime a 7 footer is hitting 5 threes a night, I'm amped. What are you talking about? The big man on your team can hit 2 or 3 threes on your team. You're like, okay, this is problem. We have a big man that can shoot 4 or 5 threes in a night. Come on, bro. Man's working out there, dog.
Yeah, the only thing is defensively against those big, strong guys. Like when you're against Anthony
he's
Davis,
not big.
Bodied a bit.
And that's the thing. He can't really put on weight either because he's older. He's not young either. He's like 27, 28 or some shit. He's an older guy, but he just has to play his game the best way he can. That's all it is. That's what we have Baines for. We have Baines to go against Embiid and all those guys. Obviously, we need to get a bigger center, but...
Did you see all the uprising about Luka Doncic making it over Dame for the last All-Star game vote?
No.
Dame didn't get in, and it was Luka.
Dame's balling. I don't know if Luka's really balling this year, but Dame has been balling. So
I think it was like pretty much, I guess, the tiebreaker was the fans. They were the last 2, and the fans, Luka had way more fan votes.
Yeah, well, he's European. He's the only white guy in the league, so you're going to have racists that just vote for him first for that.
Yeah, and Dallas plays in Dallas.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they were But like, who's the better player? Really, like who's the better player right now?
Doncic.
That's where I go back down.
He's young. He's younger. He's younger, and he's fucking skilled.
And
like,
all round, yeah. Like
at the end of the day, like Doncic plays the game like a veteran. Like his herky jerk style.
Like he can score with
at an amazing clip. He can fucking cross you over.
I didn't mean CJ McCollum. I meant fucking.
Miller?
Yeah, I don't know if I said.
They can score the same clip. It's just they score differently. And the difference between them is
Luka
like,
can keep up with them, but Luka's also doing a bit more, I think, in terms of being like.
No, he's a shit defender too. So they're both defensively shit. Yeah, they both.
Luka's a bit better, I think.
No, he's just bigger. He's not better.
Well, that's why he's better.
Luka's a weak
because
defensive
he's more
player.
length on him.
He'll get you buckets, and that's the problem with Dallas. Is that they have him and KP that aren't really great defenders, but they can get you buckets.
KP just lacks that.
Velocity?
He has a bit of Bargnani energy from him.
I feel that, but he's European players.
In terms of that heart, he's getting
European
paid,
players, bro.
but that's not all European because then you have no.
It's not, but that's just the
stereotype.
The stereotype.
Like Gasol's, both the Gasols weren't like that.
No, they're soft, but they both have chips.
Well, they're not soft.
They're skilled.
They're smart. They're very high.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. That's what European basketball does. It makes smart players. They don't play the game to play it pretty. They play the game to get you buckets. Fundamentals, yeah. That's all it is.
Gasol's gonna save the good Lakers this year in this playoffs. Mark my words.
Pissed.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
Follow me, CringeKev.
At the Ajax veteran.
We out. Stay safe. Stay away from guns, guys.
Visuals.
Don't do drugs. Don't
Just
do
Out
murder.
Woods. Veteran smoke.
Shout out China.
Cloud Exotics.
And fuck this guy.
Vintage 905 for the OJ Simpson jersey. My
Yo,
guys.
shout out Gavin 905, the owner. Nice guy. He does comedy.
The 905 the strip club?
No, the Vintage 905.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I've done comedy in there. He's reventured during the pandemic because everything was closed down.
Yeah.
My boy Gavin, shout him out.
Yeah, no
He
way.
would be getting the OJ jerseys. He knows. He's a
There
business
was literally one there. I was just like, yo, how much
There's
is
not a pack store. They need to pack that store up more, though.
They need to get more shit.
Yeah.
I was
It's
impressed.
a sick concept, but they need to
I just walked in and got an OJ Simpson jersey. I was like, are you fucking done? What can you give me a Ray Rice too?
How much did you pay for that?
$60.
That's not bad because they're pretty pricey.
It's Mitchell and Ness.
Alive.
It's a Mitchell and Ness.
That's a great deal.
OJ $60 fucking dollars. And it's in good. Like,
and you're gonna wear that in your
as a
music
used
video.
jersey from like 20 years ago. It's like
From
9
OJ?
out of 10 condition.
OJ wore it while he murdered his
Probably. I hope so.
wife. That stands.
All right, guys.
Shout out OJ, bye.
That's the plan, though. I got the blue Lambo.